Okay, I need to make sure I'm answering these questions. So let me do this. And I did have a couple more scriptures, and I was going to leave it there, but let's go ahead and make sure that I'm answering these questions because there's actually more than one question. First of all, the Torah observant neighbor. This person is not a Torah observant neighbor. Um, okay, she claims her property right here. She claims her property, her house, her land that it sits on, is the kingdom territory. What scripture verse is this? This is nowhere to be found in scripture. That's incorrect. Our property is not the kingdom. If that's the case, the kingdom is everywhere. The kingdom is all over the world. What kingdom are our people in Babylon? They're in the kingdom of Babylon, aka America. Your king is Biden. Biden is your king. When Trump was in office, Trump was your king. We don't have a king of Yasharal. And this is why we're going back. I have to go back in here to make sure that the person that asked this question get an understanding. We have no king. Another nation is ruling over you. There's something wrong with that. The world is flipped upside down. Learned people have to know this. Unlearned people need to learn this and adjust their lives accordingly. So he put his name there. No, that means his name all over the earth. That means his name is in the house, right beside a house of a transgender. No, his name is not all over the earth. That's no scripture verse. There is not one verse to back that. That's confusion. Now, you want to know whose name all over the earth? God, the wicked one. And see, that's who the Christians serve. His name all over the earth, everywhere. So he put his name there at her house. No, that's not correct. If she is correct, then we should keep. No, she's not correct. We should not keep them. She's wrong. She's dead wrong. We are temples of the Ruach. I did answer this. Our bodies, not the house. I gotta say it like this. Our bodies are not the house of the Most High. You have to build the house, family. Stone. Yahushua said they were looking at the house. Look at the beautiful house, the stones. Was their body the house? Where did Yahushua say anything about the body, the house? We only find that what Paul said. You won't find that written anywhere else in the Bible. Nowhere. It's a lie. You're following a murderer. Is there any way to know through scripture if what she is claiming is actually truth? We did that. I answered this with the verses. Gave you the verses where his name is placed. What is the house? And how they changed the house. How the Christians changed the house. See, they did this with Paul. They changed it to the bodies is the house of the Most High. That's an evangelical teaching. All Christianity believe that. If you believe that, you are still a Christian. You're still in Christianity. You're not in the Torah. Torah observant, they do just that. They observe the Torah. And when you tell them, you give them a verse that we can only keep the Pesach where he chose to place his name, which is in Jerusalem, which is in the land of Shem. There, Shem, name, there, Shem. There you shall bring. There you shall keep the Pesach. If it is not the truth that she is what she's saying, her property is the kingdom territory, how would I know? This is the question that I didn't really answer. You have to know scripture. You have to know what is written. You have to know the Most High never said our bodies is the house of the Most High. It's not written in the Torah or the prophets. See, every man does not live by bread alone, but by every word that come out the mouth of the Most High. Very few men live according to Deuteronomy 8:3. Matthew 4:4. Very few people live that way. Is there any scriptures that would prove what she's saying, making things up? Yes, we gave the verses, and let me give a couple more. I had a few more actually. 2 Kings 23:27. And Yahuah said, I will also remove Yehudah from my sight. Okay, so see, right here for the person that's asking the question, we have been removed out of his sight. Where is his sight? His eyes is on the land of Shem. His eyes is on Jerusalem. He left. He kicked us out. Now you have another nation in the area trodden down the land. He removed us from his sight. Deuteronomy, the curses of Deuteronomy 28, that's where we are today. Scattered. See, what the wicked one will do, pay attention, what the wicked one would do, they will say his name is scattered all over the earth. He, the Most High, is scattered all over the earth. G-O-D, scattered. He's the one roaming throughout the earth. And he's in place of the Almighty. And most people follow him. I have also removed Yasharal, Yehudah, where the king dwells, the king of Yehudah. Yehudah, where Jerusalem dwells, where you bring your offerings. Yehudah, where you keep the Pesach in other feast days. And I will cast off this city, Jerusalem. It's been cast off. When he cast it off, he didn't put his name, or he didn't make our bodies his house. That's not what he did. Family, that's going against the Torah itself. We're supposed to have punishment. We're supposed to have curses upon us. We're supposed to be driven mad out of our minds. We're supposed to have diseases, boils. We're supposed to be sick. We're supposed to have diabetes. We're supposed to have cancer. We're supposed to have AIDS. We're supposed to have all these sexually transmitted diseases. We're supposed to have them in the lands of our captivity. And the wicked one says, you got kadashness. The Most High Ruach dwells in you. That's a lie. Cast off the city Jerusalem, which I have chosen, and the house of which I said, my name shall be there. Shem name there. You're getting a clue right out of the scripture. What is in the Abri? That my name shall be there. He never changed it. It's not in our bodies. I bring out this many times. This is where we are today. Prayer of Azariah 1:15. And at that time, excuse me. And at that time, at what time? When we kicked out the land, there is no prince, no shar in the army, no leader, no king. No king. When it says no king, no leader, it's talking about the true leaders of Yasharal. Your camp leaders are not your leaders. They're fake. They're fake leaders, and someone have to tell us this. They're all fake. Christian leaders are not your leaders. They're fake leaders. They're not the leaders they're talking about here. If that be the case, this is a lie. No prophets, no leader, no burnt offering, or oblation, or incense. Here it is. No place to make an offering. No house. This means no house. Before Yahuah to find favor. There is no place to make an offering. There is no house. Yahushua said, you don't understand that there won't be one stone upon another? Go to Ezekiel, the end of Ezekiel, and you will see a new house at the end And when the wick is removed, a new house will be built. And people's bodies will still not be the house. That never happens. Daniel 3:38. Need a witness. Here it is. We have in our day, right now. We have, see, to the lady that asked this question concerning the other lady, see, you have to believe this. Everything else, this is coming from the mouth of the Most High. This is the prophets. Paul ain't saying this. Paul ain't repeating this. Paul ain't quoting this. What is Paul quoting when he says your body is the temple? Your body is the house. What is he quoting? Yahuah came and quoted scriptures. We just went over them in the Shabbat class. And then we had to show everything he quoted came from scripture. Why? He didn't have to bring anything. The Most High already brought everything. The Almighty brought everything through the prophets and the Torah. And that's not enough for the people today. Yahuah repeated what was taught, what was written. It is not written. Is it not written? It is written. It is written. Wake up, people. It is written. He was quoting what is written. He didn't bring anything new. We have in this day no prince, no shah, no king, no prophet or leader or burnt offerings, any offerings, oblations or incense. No place to offer. Here's a Kadash day. We don't even have a place to keep the Kadash day. No house, no place mean no house. If our bodies, if the Most High said your bodies is the house of the Most High, and the Ruach dwell in it, what happened? That's a switch. His house was for him to dwell in, not the Ruach. Ruach out doing the work. The power of the Most High. He dwelling in the house. No place to offer first fruit, to find favor with him. He's got a controversy with all of us. He's hot with all of us. The ones in the wilderness will get straightened out. There will be whoopings. He says, I'm not let Yahuah go altogether unpunished. There will be punishment, whoopings. Then Baraka comes. 2/3 will be getting cut off. Punishment. So we have to really understand what's happening, what's going on, and what is the house of the Most High. We still trying to figure out what's the house of the Most High. We still trying to figure out what Paul said. Our body's the house of the Most High? Absolutely no. That's madness. He couldn't live in us. The Christians say he live in us. He want his word in us. This is how he abides with us. He places his word in us. He sow his word into our hearts. Here is the problem, family. Most people today do not have his word sown in their hearts. They have some words of his sown in their hearts, and they have a lot of words of the enemy sown in their hearts. When that happens, a battle will take place. You have to choose. Which one are you going to follow? Most people want to choose. Listen, the road to destruction is broad. Many will go by this road. The road to righteousness is narrow, and few will find this road. The multitude says, our bodies is the house. The few ain't saying this. There's only a few people in the earth that are not saying this. But the multitude of the people, Christianity is the largest religion in earth. In other religions, they believe some of the Christian teaching. As for me and my house, we shall stick with the few. We're gonna stick with the Most High's word. And again, if you don't stick with his word, you will err. Shalom.